No problem.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's show with talking about great comics with Amy Todd. Welcome. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
What did you do on Runaways and Lazarus?
So Runaways is a project that I felt very privileged to work on. One of my mentors at NYU, Liz Swados, wrote that show in the 70s, and this was a really special opportunity to look at the show again with Sam Pinkleton, who's the director of Comet. Choreographer of Comet. He directed Runaways, and I choreographed it with him, and so we were kind of working very closely together with a group of young people. Their ages 11 to 25, so they really had spanned different ages and an exciting, energetic group of kids. And we kind of made that show in a very fast 10-day period.
Yeah.
So it was a burst of energy over at City Center. It was really fun to do.
Yeah. What did you do with your Lazarus?
Right, so Lazarus was a very different kind of project. I was Annie B. Parsons' associate on that, and she was choreographing and I was really facilitating her vision for it. And she's quite a brilliant woman, so I learned a lot with her. And we were working with David Bowie's music, so you can't really go wrong there. And I say it's just very different because in terms of the tone, it was quite somber, whereas Runaways was like energetic and outward, so very, very opposite tonally.
What did you do with Yoko Ono?
So Yoko Ono actually invited our dance company, my company, the Dance Cartel, to be part of a music video that she was doing for a song called Bad Dancer, which almost sounds like a dig at us, but it was actually quite fun. We got to do kind of a bunch of zany, strange dances, and we were featured with a number of other artists, all of whom danced in the video. So you can see that video online. It's called Bad Dancer.
What did you do with Shakespeare in the Park?
At Shakespeare in the Park? That was several years ago now. I was an assistant for Danny Mefford, who is a dear friend and collaborator at times. And he's now choreographing many things that I'm sure you've seen, but we did Love's Labor's Lost at Shakespeare in the Park, and again, a great learning experience, kind of watching how other choreographers work, sort of take that with you and then put it into your own work to some degree and figure out what you don't want. That's good too.
What did you do on that Jesse Eisenberg play?
Jesse Eisenberg's play, yeah, right. You know all of them. So that was a fun project because it was kind of a quick insert because it's a straight play, and it needed just a very short, like a 2-minute pop dance in the midst of it that one of the actresses was going to do. And so they gave me the song. They told me what they wanted it to do in that moment, why she was dancing, and so we just made a very quick dance with her in the rehearsal room, and I was really excited to work on that play because I liked what he was starting to get at in his writing, and sometimes I'll just do these quick projects where I drop a dance into something and then leave, and that's what that was.
Yeah. What concert did you choreograph?
Say again? Concerts. So I guess I work with musicians in a lot of different capacities. Sometimes I'll have musicians guest on my dance show, so there'll be a live music component in the midst of the show that we're doing, and we'll perform with musicians. And then sometimes that's crossed over into me choreographing for them at their own projects. So there's a Japanese, they're kind of a hip-hop duo called Chibo Mato. From the 90s they started out, and they've been working since then with Sean Lennon. He was one of their band members at the time, and now it's just the two of them and a couple of musicians, and they were performing on a concert at Carnegie Hall, which was like really wild, and I made a little bit of a dance with them as a tribute to David Byrne, so I made dances for their performance.
Yeah.
So again, it's kind of like these strange custom-made dances for different projects, and that's a version of a concert that I've done.
What about plays?
Plays? So, like Jesse's play, there are sometimes there's just a moment in a play that's a straight play that needs a little bit of dance or something physical. And if I know a playwright or a director, I'll get these funny calls to make that dance. Last year there was a play that was about two young women, and one of them was going through a really difficult period in her life, and they needed a dance to kind of express this breaking point in her life. And they threw me this techno song. They said, like, can you, make these 5 different moments in her life and evolution happen in the dance? It's a really strange challenge, but a very cool one. So I enjoy doing that for plays too, because it's about finding the meaning that the play needs.
You were in all 4 versions of Comet. How did it change?
Actually, I just joined Comet for the Broadway production. I saw it at the tent, and then I saw it again up at ART, but I'm new to it as a performer. So I've seen quite a major evolution in it as an outsider. From the tent to ART, I thought it had expanded and kind of become more dynamic and three-dimensional. But now that I'm inside of it, it's hard to say objectively, because now it's such a subjective experience. But I think what I've watched them do is try to really focus in on what are the essential plot moments and character moments. How can they refine that at the same time as making it bigger in scope and louder and faster?
Yeah,
so,
I only go when God is there.
What?
I only go when God is there.
Yeah, well, you will. He's pretty consistent. He's always there, unless he really can't be. So I'm impressed by that. Very consistent guy.
What do you do with your... Can you tell us about your dance cartel?
The Dance Cartel I founded about 4 years ago now, and the company came out of me searching for a way to share dance with people that felt as exciting as it is to do dance. So we perform in club settings, in music venues, in galleries, in museums, less in theaters, but in all these different kinds of spaces that feel really energetic.
And you're going on tour.
We are, yeah. So we'll be up at ART, which is where this show was developed also. We'll be in their club space called Oberon at the end of April. And then we'll be in Maine after that. And, audiences standing up, and there's a DJ spinning, so it's very much an invitation for our audience to dance with us. It's a lot of fun.
How long are you on tour?
Sorry?
How long are you on tour?
That tour is just actually going to be about a week. We're going to be up in Boston for the bulk of it, and then we're going up to Maine. So it's a short stint, but it's still tour dates because we're not in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for doing this.
Absolutely.
Thank you. See you next time. Bye.